Thank you, all of you, to be there with us here in Kampala, Uganda. We have many guests from all the Eastern Africa continent. It will be a great day for you guys to think about esports in your region. So we will start with a small introduction. So let me introduce first our main partner, the representative of the French embassy, Janice, will come with me, please, Obrecht. Clap, 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 please. Applause. On reste debout. Then we will introduce our friend from DJ Art Festival, Lorian. Where is Lorian? Lorian, please come. Here, you can. So I don't know if we have our friend from Arudem, Ivan, or Moses, one of them. I don't know if someone is there. Okay, so Moses, if Ivan is not there, perhaps you can just give a word for Arudem. Please join us. And then we should have the only esports girls in Uganda, Fef, Dorothy. Where is Fef? Oh, Fef is there. And we have a last partner, so Gabrielle is not there, but we have the beautiful lady from Esports Africa News. Where is she? Kazestar. I don't see her. Where is Kazestar? Oh, she's not there? Okay, perhaps she will come later. So, just to introduce this day, I will just give the word to my partners to explain why we organize it here, what is the purpose of this operation, of this event. It's not the first one. We already organized 5 Esports Champions events in Africa since 2023, I think. The first, 2022, sorry. The first edition was in Senegal, the Swahili Esports Champions with 5 countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, Chad, Niger, and Senegal. It was on FIFA in 2022 with the finals, qualifiers in the 5 countries, and the finals in Senegal, Dakar, the French Institute of Dakar. We did the second edition of Esports Champions, the Swahili Esports Champions first edition. It was in Nairobi, 2023, with 8 countries from East Africa and abroad, because we have a girl from South Africa, a girl from Benin. So we have many different attendees coming to this competition. It was a female competition, the first female competition. And then we had another edition in 2024. It was in Congo, DRC, the Congo Esports Champions, with 8 female players from Central Africa. And then we went to South Africa with Msansi Esports Champions. Msansi is the local name of South Africa. Msansi Esports Champions with 8 female players from Southern Africa region. And then we went in 2025 in Mauritius for the Indian Ocean. We did the Islands Esports Champion because we had players from islands coming to Mauritius, so Madagascar, Seychelles, Mayotte, and all this, Réunion, of course, all these islands were at this event to fight for the prize. And this is, so the last edition here in Kampala, the Swahili Esports Champion, because we are in the Swahili region. So the Swahili people is welcoming all of you guys. And perhaps the next time it will be, I don't know, in West Africa, in North Africa. It's open to you to also invite your brothers and cousins from Africa to attend the event. So now we are in Kampala with these great partners to just try not only to play games, but also to build the region, to build a story for all of you. Because Africa, for now, is really late when we come to esports. but we have the potential to become one of the major continents for esports, especially in mobile phones, in mobile games. But we have to talk together, we have to work together, because together we are stronger, you know that. If you take Rwanda is a small country, but if you take all the East African region, you are bigger than France, for example. Sorry, Janice. So this is really why we are trying now to work all together. So we'll start with Janice, please. Join me. So, Janice, just first, thank you to be there. And I would really like you to explain why a French embassy is supporting this kind of event. Not only, creative industry, but not only gaming, but esports. Why esports?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. So my team prepared me a little speech, so I'm going to read it. So, in answer to your question, thank you so much. I'm so happy and glad to be here. It's an honor to represent the embassy and the ambassador, who is very keen on this project. So for sure, esports is a strategic opportunity for Africa. Esports is now a global economic and cultural force with increasing international recognition through events such as the upcoming Olympic Esports Games. The industry is reshaping digital entertainment, media, and youth engagement worldwide. East Africa has both the demographic strength and the digital dynamism to position itself within this global movement. It is a driver of economic growth and entrepreneurship. Esports generates value far beyond competition. Event management, streaming, content creation, digital marketing, sponsorship, game development. It opens new entrepreneurial pathways for young Africans in rapidly expanding digital markets. It represents an accessible entry point into the global digital economy. It is a platform for skills and social inclusion. Indeed, competitive gaming strengthens strategic thinking, teamwork, leadership, mentoring, and digital literacy. It fosters innovation and cross-border collaboration. It can serve as a powerful tool for youth inclusion and empowerment across the region. From isolated initiatives to regional coordination is what we intend to do. This championship brings together federations, institutions, private sector actors, media, and international partners. Representatives from Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Madagascar, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and France demonstrate the regional ambition of this initiative. It also allows building a shared roadmap, and it is essential to strengthen East Africa's position internationally. So what's France's commitment to ecosystem building? France supports cultural and creative industries as key levers of transformation and youth engagement. Through regional cooperation instruments and partnerships, we aim to strengthen incubation, professionalization, and long-term sustainability. Our approach prioritizes structuring, networking, and progressive autonomy. And we have a strong partnership with SAGES. We decided to work with SAGES, led by Désiré Koswaro, whose experience bridges Africa and the global esports industry. By connecting African players and organizers to international circuits, SAGES contributes to long-term ecosystem integration. This partnership reflects our belief in cooperation based on expertise sharing and capacity building. So there is a third axis I wanted to underline: inclusion, innovation, and long-term vision. Women are at the center of this edition, obviously. The 100% female Tekken competition is a strong and deliberate statement on this weekend celebrating the International Day for women's rights. Female entrepreneurship and leadership in gaming and esports must be actively supported. We are honored by the presence of Kayane, whose career embodies excellence and inspiration for young women worldwide. As global esports structures evolve, African stakeholders must anticipate regulatory, economic, and technological shifts. Strengthening cooperation between federations and institutions is essential to ensure international recognition. East Africa has the potential to become a strategic hub for esports developments. We want to position ourselves as a long-term partner. Our role is to support structural efforts, not to substitute local leadership. We aim to encourage diversified funding models and sustainable growth. Indeed, we stand alongside African stakeholders in building resilient and autonomous esports ecosystems. And to conclude, we remain deeply committed to supporting new ideas and collaborations within Uganda's creative community. We are always open to dialogue, partnership, and exchange of ideas. Our role is also to connect, to accompany, and to help promising initiatives find the right opportunities, whether through training, visibility, or links with French and regional networks. Creativity thrives through collaboration, and together we can continue to explore new ways of thinking, of working, learning, and creating that benefit not only artists, but the broader cultural system. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So meaningful. Thank you very much. So now, our friend from DG Art Festival, can you just introduce DG Art Festival and also explain why you are welcoming our competition on our summit on your event?
Thank you very much. My name is Ntate Lorian, founder and festival director DG Art Fest. DG Art Fest was founded in 2017 with the sole purpose of promoting skills of digital artists within Uganda. So that is comics, animation, and video game development. And we have since evolved to amass a really interesting community that has grown over the years. You see different age groups coming in, and it's quite amazing to watch. And so DG Art Fest has been around. What we basically do is to come together to celebrate the digital art space, to celebrate the creativity. We come together to discover that creativity, to discover the skills, to bridge the gaps. That's the creatives and the general audience, different stakeholders within the digital market space, and to learn. And our core foundation is promoting unlikely connections. If it wasn't for hosting GGU before it even started, I wouldn't be here, or you wouldn't be here. So it's that unlikely connection that led us to meeting Sages, the amazing team. And we try so much to promote that within the creatives, to learn to work with one another, to create that network. It's what creates that strong bridge to help the industry grow. And why did I say yes to having the Swahili Esports Champions here? Because we have since been looking forward to promoting esports. This has been a discussion we've been having from back then. Not until 3 years ago, we are having a number of small competitions within the country. But before then, it was only us that was doing it. So we're trying to promote it. And now having bigger partners like Sages and the French embassy. I think this helps us create that awareness even better and broader, to have the Ugandans understand the value that and opportunities that esports has. So this is why I said, okay, this is a good opportunity, and let us make sure this happens and let it happen really well. That is what I have said.
Thank you very much, Lorian. Really thanks. And we will try to make you proud of us. So let's continue please, with Arudem. So Ivan is not there, but I know you are the ambassador of Arudem. So can you just explain what is Arudem and what are you doing with us today and tomorrow?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Moses Aki, and I am head of gaming here at Arudem. So, Arudem, we are a gaming and esports brand founded in 2019 to represent modern-day gaming culture. And we started off with Call of Duty, and we've since created a community of gamers locally. And really, our goal with that was to be able to build a network of gamers and opportunities to be able to do what we love, and borrowing from the Western region to be able to bring these opportunities home, because we saw so much immense potential locally, and really the barrier for entry was really exposure. And we've worked with the French embassy, and through the French embassy and the partnership, we were able to kind of speed run our efforts. We got a grant that enabled us to develop our infrastructure, create more community-driven events, and an opportunity that led us actually to meeting Sages in person. And Sages' proposition was really one that was very, very appealing to us, because that was an opportunity for us to bring to learn how a professional setup, esports setup is done, and potentially bring that kind of setup home and be able to do these things concurrently. We have run a bunch of events and tournaments, but not to the scale of a championship. And when we saw the scale at which Sages does these things, we were like, this is an opportunity for us to learn and also bring these ideas home and actually start really speedrunning what we can do with esports locally and possibly in the region. And also the idea that it's very specific around women, it was also something that was quite appealing to us, because even us in our efforts within esports, one of the main things that has always been difficult was how do we tap into the female audience in a predominantly male industry. And such events kind of gives us more encouragement in the opportunities within that space. And so we are hoping that we can do more for everyone at the end of the day from what we're able to learn from this whole experience. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Moses. So now we have a real ambassador of gaming and esports with Arudem. Let's come to the best of us. So Fef is representing Gamer Girls Uganda. Can you just introduce Gamer Girl Uganda, and introduce your role in this whole story?
I'm glad you said whole story, because I was going to tell it anyway. Good morning. You're welcome. I'm Faith Dorothy Ahura, the founder of Gamer Girls Uganda, GGU, as you might hear other people saying it throughout the whole event. For me, this is emotional, and I'll tell you why. The story of GGU started with Swahili Esports Champions, the first edition that happened in 2023 in Nairobi. Some of the people in this room were there: Ronnie, of course, Francis, Desiree. I represented Uganda as one of the players in that tournament. And, you know, being a gamer girl in a country, in a world where it's, you know, a man's world, it's hard to find fellow women. So it was always lonely. And when I went for this tournament, I am with 7 other ladies that are passionate about gaming as I am. And it was refreshing. It was the best thing ever. And that 1 week with them was, I think, the best experience I had ever had as from the time I started gaming. So I told myself, I don't want this to end here. I have to find fellow gamer girls in my country. So the prize money that I won from that tournament, I saved it and then came back home and used that to push for, looking for other gamer girls in the country, and also shared my dream with Atsu of Esports Africa News, represented by Casey here. And he believed in me, and he was my first sponsor. And GGU was formed. We had a tournament, and the ladies came through. It wasn't easy finding them, but they came through, and GGU was formed. And by the way, it was on 7th of March. So today is GGU's anniversary. So it all comes together. It's a full circle moment. That's why I'm saying this is very emotional for me. I also got to participate in the Congo Esports Champions. And after the Congo Esports Champions, I sent Desiree a WhatsApp message. The next one has to be in Uganda. And, he said, okay, we shall see, and we left it there. Then I texted him like a month later, what's going on? He said, you see, you have to go through, this.
She was harassing me.
I was like, you know what, this is never going to happen. But I kept on harassing him. He tells me, talk to Manchin, talk to this person, write a proposal. I was like, you know what, I don't think this is ever going to happen. But I kept poking him, hey, remember us. And then at some point, I had almost given up. Then I received a message last year. The French embassy has confirmed that we're going to be in Uganda. That night, I did not sleep. I think I sent you stickers on WhatsApp of me dancing because I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is finally happening. So, yes, for me, this is very, very emotional. I'm excited to actually finally be among the organizers and not just a participant, and bringing this to my country. This is very important for my country people to see how big esports is and can be, because sometimes it is heavy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So it is a big responsibility for you to be among the very few who are carrying the vision, because everyone else hasn't seen how big it can be. So I am so happy that it is here, and that's why it is important for Uganda, for Ugandans to witness the power and the magnitude of esports. And I am so glad that the first international esports event in Uganda is this tournament. So thank you, Desiree.
Thank you.
Thank you, French Embassy. Thank you, Aridem. Thank you, DigiArt Fest, for accepting the call. Yeah, I called Lorian and I'm like, yo, we need to do this. And he's like, okay, but you see, but also I kept poking him over months and months and months, and here we are. So thank you so much for believing in this dream, and thank you for doing it with me. And guys, I hope you have a great time. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, so emotional. Thank you, really, thanks, Faith. And it's not the end, it's the beginning. So I'm pretty sure you should do great things here in your country. So let's finish with our last partner, Esports Africa News. So with Casey Star coming directly from Nigeria. By chance, the plane finally arrived. So can you introduce Esports Africa News, please?
Yeah, the plane plane finally arrived. Thank you for that. Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you're watching from. My name is Okeke Kenechuku Anurika. I'm representing Esport Africa News. I'm actually the country manager for Esport Africa News, but I had to fly all the way from Nigeria to Uganda to experience this very special moment. So we at Esport Africa News, our core value and core goal is to educate, empower, and entertain esports athletes and gamers in the ecosystem. Most importantly, to spotlight them, spotlight this talent wherever they are in Africa, whether rural area, urban area. Our goal is to make sure that they are seen, their voices are heard, and they move on to being in the global stage. So it is important for us to educate everyone on what esports really is, because most people don't even understand that they can make a living, right, with esports. You don't necessarily have to be a gamer. There are other fields that you can delve into and still make a living off it, right? And then the other part is for us to empower. Like Faith rightly said, Archie is my boss, and Archie will literally hold your hand and say, okay, what do you want to do? You want to be a player? I'll support you. You want to be a graphic designer in the field? Whatever it is, we try to empower everyone and anyone that has a story, right? And finally, we try to entertain you guys. I mean, you're reading news, you're laughing and you're smiling, and you're probably watching a video of an athlete playing game, and that expression and that passion, in some way, you're being entertained, right? So it is our duty, right, not just to educate and empower, but to entertain everyone that has heard of eSport, that is watching a gamer play, right? So whether it's through news, through interviews, in whatever way, we just want to tell the African story, right? Everyone needs to know that there is a beautiful player in Uganda. Someone has to know that there's someone that has passion for esports in South Africa. So it doesn't matter where you are playing from, we just want to tell your story. And so that is why we're here, right? That's why I had to do everything it takes to be here, to make sure that I celebrate these women here. And again, they're my gender, so what other way to support them? Right? So yeah, thank you, Sages. And yeah, thank you to him too, because if not for him, I mean, we'll not be here today. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really important to know that Esport Africa News, I think now, is the first esports media on the continent. I think all of you guys should really connect to this website and to this source of information, because many people, after they announced the event, many people joined me saying, hey, we saw that you are organizing something. I think Tong, for example, when you joined me, you told me about, I heard something about, this event. So I think it's really important to have this kind of ambassador. So please also amplify it, help them. They are trying to build something with us. Media is so important when you want to talk to outside our ecosystem, So thank you for everything you are doing. Okay, thanks a lot. You can go back to your seat. You can applause, please, our partners.